Oh, what's dirty guys? My name is Arnimane and welcome to another episode of Would You Rather, where I answer random Would You Rather questions from around the web, as well as the questions that you guys submitted to me in the previous episode. Of course, if you missed any of the previous episodes, you click on the link in the description below. It'll take you to the entire playlist, and I encourage you all now to leave a Would You Rather question for me down in the comments section below, and I will answer them next week. But before I get into the questions, I want to turn your guys' attention to a video I did back in Modern Warfare 3 where I did a little prank call and I called some random chick I don't even know and started asking her some random would you rather questions, and I thought it was hilarious, and a lot of you guys are new, so you probably never seen it before, so I'm going to link you guys in the description, annotation on the screen, and without further ado, let's move on to your guys' questions for this week. Our first question comes in from Michelle G, who asks, would you rather own Microsoft or own Sony? Now, in my head, this is really, really easy. I don't know how easy it would be for you guys to answer this, but when you think Sony, who do you think owns Sony? What's his name? Because I sure as hell don't know. But I do know who owns Microsoft, Mr. Bill Gates. And when you think of Mr. Bill Gates, you think of one of the most richest people in the world. And I think I would much rather be in that position where I own Microsoft and I am one of the most richest people in the world. But like I said, you think of Sony, you can't think of who owns it. You know, you don't even know how wealthy he is or if he's wealthy at all. So I'm gonna go with Microsoft, plain and simple. And yes, I may be a Sony fanboy when it comes to the PlayStation 3 and blah blah blah. But in terms of real life, and money is not everything, but money is a big portion of this world. I would love to be Microsoft, or own Microsoft rather. Mr. Cool Dudes 1 asks, would you rather take a trip to the Caribbean for a week or take a trip to Asia for a day? This one's really easy because going to Asia is what, a 13-14 hour flight, and I'm only staying there for a day, and I gotta take another 13-14 hour flight back. It seems like a waste. I think I would much rather go to the Caribbean, soak it all in while I have that whole week, just soak it all in, get to do a lot of things that I want to do, rather than go to Asia for a day, which is going to take out a day of traveling time. It's just, like I said, it just seems like a huge, huge fucking waste. But yeah, so I'm going with Caribbean. Let's move on. Code Minecrafting asks, would you rather get high every day or never drink, take drugs, or smoke? I think this one's gonna be a really easy one, just because of the fact that like I don't do drugs now. I do smoke, but I want to quit. And never drink. I mean, drinking is not a big deal to me. I'm not one of those people who think that every time I go out I have to have a drink, I have to get drunk, and blah blah blah. So losing all of that just seems like more of a benefit to me rather than a punishment. However, getting high every day, okay, smoking weed maybe not that bad for you. At least that's what I'm hearing. I mean, I've smoked weed before, but I mean, like, I've never got addicted to it. I don't do it every day, and it's so, like, losing or having to do that every day just seems like I would get the bad looks, the bad rep that I would from everyone else who hates it and blah blah blah. So, like, I don't condone drugs at all, regardless if they have little to no effect on you whatsoever, at least health wise. So I'm honestly just going to be taking the never drink, never take drugs, never smoke route, because, like I said, it's more healthier for you, or for me, to not do all that stuff. Swerve It Up asks, would you rather have a huge ass party for one night with all of your friends and anything you can imagine, or have sex with any girl in the world every day for a week while being drunk? Now, see, if you left out the being drunk part, I would actually consider this last one. I would actually consider it and, put it up a fair judgment against the other one. However, since I'm being drunk, how drunk am I going to be? What if I'm so drunk I don't remember anything? I don't remember the girl I had sex with and blah, blah, blah. Not to mention, I'm not like a sex fiend. Like, I don't go out there just wanting to bang every kind of chick out there. I'm one of those people who like to have sex because it means something. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But I don't know. But having a huge ass party with all of my friends, anything we could imagine, sounds a hell of a lot better. Even though it's only for one night. I mean, to me, doing something with my friends and hanging out with them, and we can have, like he says, anything we could imagine. We can have, I don't know, trampolines and a big ass fucking pool and all the alcohol that we want and blah blah blah. Like those little jumpy things you see at like carnivals and stuff. You know, I forget what they're called, like bouncy houses or whatever they're called. You know how awesome that would be, especially when you're drunk. I know, granted, that I maybe get so drunk that I won't remember this night, but I think I would still prefer that just because I get to hang out with all my friends, have whatever I want, do whatever I want, and like you get that street rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, Arnie threw the greatest party last night. You know, all that shit. So I don't. I just think, not to mention, like, it would open up my world to more friends and stuff like that. Well, any sex with any girl in the world every day for a week, it's just like, yeah, that's all it's going to be is sex. I'm not gonna have any kind of relationship with this girl afterwards. So what really is the point of doing that? So that's my opinion. Let's move on. HDVXL asks, would you jerk off for 1 year or jerk off your dad for 1 year? This is a really easy one. So I'm going to make the assumption that when you say, would you only jerk off for 1 year and no sex with anyone else, so you're only allowed to jerk off, or you jerk off your dad for 1 year, but you can have all the sex you want with anybody in the world. That's what I'm going to make the assumption, because the way you said it was very general and very easy for me to answer, because obviously I would much rather jerk myself off for a year than have to jerk my dad off. But so I added those little stipulations in, and so would I rather jerk off for 1 year and I'm not allowed to have sex with anything or anyone? Yes, that's right, I said anything. What the fuck? Or I could jerk my dad off for 1 year, and I can have all the sex with whoever I want, or whatever I want. Oh my God. So obviously this is even with that stipulation, it's still easy. I would not rather jerk my dad off. That's just downright disgusting. I wouldn't even jerk my mom off if she had a penis. Just throwing that out there. I wouldn't even do that. Maybe if it was one of my friends, like if it wasn't a relative or wasn't a family member, maybe I would consider that. But where it's my dad, it's kind of disgusting. So I think I would much rather jerk off myself for 1 year. I hope he doesn't mean like 1 year straight. I can't stop for 1 year, because that would hurt. But yeah, I would much rather jerk myself off for 1 year and not have sex, regular sex, but for 1 year. That's cool with me. So let's move on to our final question. Egthin324 asks, would you rather have unlimited money or live in your favorite RPG world? So Pokemon, Zelda, something along those lines. Now, as a kid, I always wanted to live in the Pokemon world. I think that would be freaking awesome and just brilliant. I mean, even sometimes nowadays, I'm just like, that would be so awesome to live in the Pokemon world, worry free, go on a journey, capture friends. I know that sounds kind of weird. You capture friends, but but when you think about it, like in the Pokemon world, you still have that money issue. You still have that money issue, and it's the same stuff. You still have to go city to city, stay in hotels, or you can camp out. You still gotta buy food or find food and stuff like that. But I think I would have much more enjoyment having unlimited money in this world. So, just because of the fact that if I have unlimited money, that's just one less thing that I have to worry about in this world, and then I can use that money to make it so that I don't have to worry about other things in this world. Of course, I have to be careful with who my friends are, but I'm not an idiot, so that shouldn't be too freaking hard. So I think I would much rather have unlimited money. As much as I would love to live in the Pokemon world, or hell, even in the Zelda world, and be Link himself saving the princesses, I think I would much rather have unlimited money. But thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to leave your would you rather questions down in the comment section below. Hit that like button for me, or the dislike button. I don't really give a shit. And click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay dirty.